3 X-Wings.
Operation 7, recover stolen X-Wings. So, 3 X-Wings have been hijacked by their subverted R2 unit.
God damn it.
So the R2s we stole were actually...
Great.
Shuttles will drop in to repair the X-Wings and
Oh yeah,
replace
to
the
continue from the
R2s.
last time. Darth Sidious Master was one of those
The
Sith that wasn't
Tallarico
actually all that
will then
evil
arrive to
overall.
recover the X-Wings.
He picked Palpatine because he figured Palpatine had all the Sith virtues and like the social
These
political
X-Wings are
aspects
bad.
that he could,
You must save the
be
pilots from
useful
being
as a
attacked.
young man. And naturally, he betrayed his master
3
because that's what you
X-Wings
do
have
in the
been
Sith.
hijacked by their subverted
You
R2.
level up by killing your old boss.
3 X-Wings have been hijacked by their R2 units. These
Which
R2s
interestingly, is also how you get a job advancement at McDonald's.
were part of the shipment recently liberated from the Empire. Apparently they had hidden programming to make them take over the X-Wings they were put into. Fortunately, we're able to track them, and your ships have been programmed with the appropriate coordinates to intercept them. It is vital that the X-Wings be recovered. It would be a grave loss to lose 3 top pilots, their starfighters, and the information that would surely be tortured out of them. So I think we're Y-Wings. This is our first Y-Wing mission. And it's to disable
I believe it's Darth Plagueis, actually.
Plagius. That's it.
You remember him?
Yeah. A little bit. He's not in the movies.
No, he's not. He's
He was
book only.
referenced. He was referenced in a conversation. So Star Destroyer, that's probably the Invincible. And we're here to capture the X-Wings.
Right. Darth Plagueis was a Dark Lord of Sith so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the midichlorians to create life. He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even keep the ones he cared about from dying. But not himself. He was a Mun. Ah,
Are
there was
those the big head dudes?
Yes.
The guys that were like in charge of the banking clans?
Yes. Super tall head. They're from Moonalist, which is the intergalactic banking clan.
Target disabled.
Okay, we disabled.
I don't believe they were all that commonly force sensitive.
I wouldn't know. So we gotta capture these 3 X-Wings before the interceptors get here.
Okay.
Shuttles are entering the area. Rescue 1. Oh, they're replacing the R2 units. I will catch up.
Plagueis mastered the art and science of midichlorian manipulation. Obsessed with eternal life, he experimented with ways to cheat death and create new life from the midichlorians. In his public guise as Magister Higo Damask II of the Intergalactic Banking Clan, Darth Plagueis backed the rise and fall of certain star systems, businesses, and crime lords, earning him many enemies and putting the Galactic Republic into turmoil. One of his greatest contributions to the history of the galaxy was training Darth Sidious in the ways of the Sith and the dark side of the Force, whom he incited to take control of the galaxy and bring about a new age of the Sith. For decades, he had helped Sidious, known publicly as Palpatine from Naboo, rise to the position of senator and played a hand in his apprentice's election to the Supreme Chancellor of the Republic in 32 before the Battle of Yavin. Together, they investigated the Inkori Uprising of 34 BBY, the invasion of Naboo, and the war that would destroy the Jedi Order in the Republic in the years to come. They were even unwittingly responsible for the procreation of Anakin Skywalker, the Chosen One. Plagueis planned to be appointed... fucking auto-scrolling pages. Planned to be appointed co-counselor of the Republic so that he might advise Sidious from the dark and devote himself to his own research. But his apprentice decided he had outlived his usefulness and killed the moon in his sleep the night before his election, and eventually rose to become ruler of the Galactic Empire. Sidious later recounted the tale as the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, an old Sith legend to sway Anakin to the dark side. But Plagueis himself remained a mysterious figure to the Jedi and their allies well into the times of the Galactic Alliance.
Target captured. Target disabled.
Alright, finally got X-Wing, please. Crap, the interceptors are closer than I wanted them to be.
Well,
Guess I better take them out. I don't like them when they're weird.
a little bit weird.
Like, you don't like the calamarians, I don't like the moon.
Okay.
Just getting our Star Wars racism out there. I want a game where you can play as the General Grievous. That's what I want.
Maxi-chlorians. I cannot believe this shit.
That's a thing?
Yep.
What are they?
The virulent midi-chlorians he had dubbed maxi-chlorians. Clicking to read more. Maxi-chlorians were a creation of Darth Tenebrius as a way to achieve a form of eternal life. During his lifetime, Tenebrius himself injected himself with a retrovirus and infected some of his midi-chlorians, turning them into maxi-chlorians at the loss of his precognition abilities. Maxi-chlorians were long-lived midi-chlorians that would linger after Tenebrius died instead of migrating back into the Force. After dying, these midi-chlorians remained, containing Tenebrius' consciousness. They flew out of his old body and into his apprentice Darth Plagueis, essentially giving Tenebrius a host and giving him access to his apprentice's foresight. However, after realizing Plagueis' future failure would destroy his plans, he panicked and shot himself out of Plagueis' body, where he was forced to relive his final moments and afterward in a loop, over and over for all eternity. So,
You know you fucked up, man.
yeah.
Nice shot.
Oh, there's the Cruiser Maximus.
Yay. Yep. He even arranged for Plagueis to be born by getting an apprentice who was too weak-ass to be worth his efforts, and telling her to seduce a Force-sensitive Jedi, so their kid would have enough midi-chlorian count to be worthwhile.
Oh, there's my microwave.
Hello, microwave. Hello, R2 unit.
R2, microwave me a burrito. So we're just gonna destroy the Star Destroyer. I don't actually have nearly enough equipment, even as a bomber, to take out a Star Destroyer.
Oh, fuck. Before his 5th birthday, Plagueis discovered that he could manipulate the Force by using it to quiet the feelings of his playmates. He eventually tested the limits of this power by using a very potent mind trick on a moon youngling he had grown to dislike, convincing the boy to commit suicide by jumping into a courtyard from a high window. His mother instructed her son to keep his powers secret and confided in him that they shared the gift. Plagueis' parents handed him over to Gnome as a youngling in return for a career advancement for Carr, presumably arranged through the Dark Lord's shadowy intelligence network. Tenebrius took the child as the apprentice, the one he intended to eventually possess, naming him, at some unknown point, Darth Plagueis. Plagueis left Megiddo for the first time in his life and began his life as a Sith. 5 years after handing his son, Kerr was appointed director of the Treasury Branch of the Bang Clan, realizing his lifelong dream of wielding real power within the IBC. His wife disappeared without a trace. 5 years after that, Plagueis learned the truth of Tenebrius' machinations that led to his birth. Kerr Damask, his father, eventually rose to the top of the IBC as chairman. Death Plagues. We Sith are an unseen opposition of phantom menace. Where the Sith once wore armor, we now wear cloaks. But the Force works through us all the more powerfully in our invisibility. Darth Plagueis traveled the galaxy with his master, masquerading as Rugus Gnome's young accountant, while the two carried out the Sith plan of spreading disconnect to ripen the galaxy for their rule. During his travels, Plagueis became acquainted with the backwater of the galaxy. In the years to come, he would feel at home in the rundown spaceports, seedy tapcasts, and rough cantinas common in the Rim. He visited Cursed and fought the natives with Tenebrius for the first time, around the year 104 BBY. Okay, following the trial, Plagueis veered from the Sith path of the trial of making somebody die and framing it to look like a bloat eel choking incident. As often happened with apprentices when they first discovered the potency of the dark side.
Nice shot.
At some point, Darth Plagueis inherited the Damask fortune and took over the Sojourn gatherings from his father. Gatherings were clandestine annual meetings of politicians, the leaders of various trade organizations, cartels, and even gangsters, hosted by Damask holdings on the moon of Sojourn. He transformed the gatherings from the elite secret code it had been under his father into a Sith tool to influence the most influential beings of the galaxy, to prepare the Republic for the submission to an enlightened elite promised by Darth Tenebrius. During their long years together, Tenebrius did not invest in properly training Plagueis as a Sith. Instead, he sent him on various missions he judged pointless as a distraction, and cultivated his apprentice's unprecedented talent for midi-chlorian manipulation, all the while making sure that the moon would only apply it to the preservation and extension of his own life, thus ensuring that he would live long enough for Tenebrius to possess the body of the Chosen One. Plagueis developed his powers in the Force, and in the mundane world largely on his own, and indeed took them further than his master believed. Tenebrius also took on a second apprentice, a Bith, to whom he bestowed the name Darth Venomous. Although Venomous was apprised of Plagueis' existence, Plagueis was kept in the dark. He believed he was his master's sole apprentice in accordance with the Rule of Two, a rule he had come to resent. Darth Tenebrius learned of a cortosis deposit on the planet Baldemnik, and personally went there to survey it with his apprentice, a Treadoid, and an M2 mining probe, provided by Subtext Mining. What neither Tenebrius, apparently, nor Plagueis knew was that the probe had been sabotaged by an unknown party with Subtext complicity. Inside a cave on the side of a steep escarpment on the shore of the Northern Sea, two Sith Lords landed their craft, a ship designed by Tenebrius himself, and set out to survey the cortosis vein using virus suits to deal with the deadly heat. Tenebrius ascribed special significance to the mission. He believed that the two Sith Lords mining cortosis of the apex of the Rule of Two era amounted to the closing of a circle that had begun with Darth Bane, the Sithari of legend, starting on the path towards darkness in the Apatros cortosis mines. The Enterprise soon came to an unexpected end, however, when the droid reported that the mining probe had discovered a pocket of highly combustible variant of lethane directly beneath the borehole. Tenebrius ordered the droid to have the probe deactivated, but it failed. The probe overrode the droid's commands. After the two Sith unsuccessfully tried to damage the probe using Force Lightning, they ran like fuck back to their ship, abandoning the Treadoid. Plagueis made sure to let it know that it had been useful before running away.
So yeah, while you were talking about all these stories, I've killed like 20 interceptors.
Cool. Keep going.
Eventually they gotta run out of ships, right?
Yes. Those masters of Bith. A Bith Sith.
Here's a mouthful.
Yep. Both Plagueis and Tenebrius have waited a long time for that moment. Okay. As Plagueis reached out in the Force to study Tenebrius' dying midichlorians, the maxichlorians carrying the Bith's intelligence slipped out of his body undetected and infected a wound on the moon's lower back, caused by a rock or some other projectile. As the maxichlorian virus propagated inside Plagueis' cells, Tenebrius accessed his apprentice's power of foresight, the power he had to give up himself in order to code his intelligence into the retrovirus. What he witnessed horrified him. Instead of providing access to the Chosen One, Darth Plagueis died at the hands of his own apprentice, the Shadow. After the
The shadow.
After the Retrovirus completed the task it had been engineered for, the infection of all the cells in Plagueis' body, the Moon Dark Lord lost his powers of foresight. Tenebrius, after slipping out of his apprentice's body in a panic, remained trapped as a disembodied essence in the cave.
I can't wait to see my kills now. If I don't get a medal for this, I'll be sad.
I hope you don't know. Skimming through if there's anything else interesting here, but most of it's just backstory.
So yeah, Star Wars Rebels Season 2 will be starting up in a few weeks.
That'll be interesting.
Well, Season 1 is any indicator. Season 2 should be quite interesting. Nice shot! Why is there a time interceptor way over there?
I don't want to deal with that. You're not going to deal with it in time. You're about to fail the mission, aren't you?
That's not good.
What ship are you in?
Why would...
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
Suppose I could go real fast. Not as fast as an interceptor, so this will be difficult. Yep, Shuttle Rescue 2 just got destroyed. Oh shit.
Guess who fucked up, son? And this is a long one, too.
Well, we saved X-Wing Red 2, so maybe the life of the shuttle doesn't matter as much? Maybe I just have to wait for Maximus to leave?
No. No, you're fucked. I can feel it. Failure in the air tonight.
How did I let one interceptor pass me?
I don't know.
CPR is the human equivalent of punching, slamming, or hitting a machine until it starts working again.
Oh, Maximus is leaving.
Freedom?
Maximus left. Looks like I needed to save Shuttle Rescue. There's a failed mission.
That sucks.
Yep.
Look what you've done. You killed 45 interceptors, but you missed interceptor 46.
I know. Oh, hell. That's quite a kill count. I would have got a medal totally.
Well, time to start over.
3 extras have been hijacked by this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. It's long as fuck.
Well, let's do this more efficiently. Still dodging 3 TIE interceptors. Patrol Rescue 2 entered the hangar. Okay. There's no longer anything dangerous going on. I'm getting out of here.
Yay!
Oh, that was close, people. That was close. That was the most stressful thing that happened to me all week. I'm a captain now.
Hooray!
I only destroyed 21 TIE interceptors, though.
Aw,
Half as many as last time.
you suck.
Oh well. Thanks for enduring this, people. See you next time.